Namaskar, welcome to Express News, where we get you news on the go across national, international, business, sports and entertainment segments. Let's begin. Campaigning for the sixth phase of India's parliamentary elections gained momentum, with political parties ramping up their efforts across the country. BJP leader and Prime Minister Narendra Modi held a public meeting in Uttar Pradesh's Basti and in Delhi's Dwarka on Tuesday. During the rally, Prime Minister Modi emphasized on his unwavering vision for a developed Uttar Pradesh. Prime Minister also urged citizens to actively participate in the democratic process for the betterment of the nation. Senior BJP leader and Union Home Minister Amit Shah is in West Bengal. His public rallies in various districts of the state. Senior BJP leader Rajnath Singh held a public meeting in Haryana's Karnal and in Bhiwani. Bharatiya Janata Party National President JP Nadda is also holding rallies. He held two rallies in West Bengal. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath addressed an election rally in Jaunpur and appealed to ensure a victory for the BJP. The Congress leader Rahul Gandhi held a public meeting in Mahendragarh and in Sonipat districts in Haryana. The Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi addressed a public rally in Jharkhand's Goda and in Ranchi. The Congress leader Shashi Tharoor held a press conference on important issues in connection with the Lok Sabha elections in New Delhi today. Samajwadi Party leaders are also campaigning vigorously. The SP National President Akhilesh Yadav held several rallies today. Recently, Swati Maliwal accused the AAP party leaders of leaking her personal photographs. The Supreme Court today pulled up the former Jharkhand Chief Minister Hemant Soren for suppressing facts regarding filing of regular bail plea in the trial court in a money laundering case. An emergency medical response system was inaugurated by Air Chief Marshal V.R. Chaudhary in Bangalore on Tuesday to provide expert guidance and definitive care during medical emergencies. A fire broke out at the ply company in Noida's Sector 67. Fire tenders are working to control and extinguish the fire. India has climbed to the 39th position in the Travel and Tourism Development Index 2024. It has scored 4.25 on an index of 1 to 7. 6 people are missing after a boat capsized in Ujjaini Dam near Pune, Maharashtra. Rescue and search operations are underway. Delhi police arrested the accused who wrote a threatening message at the metro station for the Delhi Chief Minister. The first batch of devotees left from Rishikesh for a Sikh pilgrimage site, Hemkund Sahib, in the presence of Uttarakhand Governor L.G. Gurmeet Singh. The Indian markets ended in the green on Wednesday. The Sensex jumped 267.75 points and settled at 74,221.06. The Nifty rose 68.75 points and settled at 22,597.80. The Indian rupee has risen 3 paise and closed at 83.28 against the US dollar. Gold futures maturing on the 5th of June stood at 73,782 rupees per 10 grams on the Multi-Commodity Exchange of India Limited. Silver futures maturing on the 5th of July stood at 94,300 rupees per kg on the MCX. There is growing optimism that India is on the cusp of a long-awaited economic takeoff and its gross domestic product may grow close to 7.5% for the June quarter of the current financial year. The projection in the RBI's May bulletin released on Tuesday was higher than 7.1% as estimated by the Monetary Policy Committee. U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said on Tuesday that the United States and Europe needed to respond to China's industrial policies in a strategic and united way. All three U.S. indices, the major ones, advanced as the S&P 500 gained 0.25%, the Nasdaq Composite added 0.22%. U.S. Treasury yields fell as investors waited for the Fed's minutes, expecting a rate cut soon. Amid the sweltering heat wave in India, the country's Met Office has issued a severe heat wave red alert for Punjab, Haryana, Delhi and Chandigarh. As per the Met Office, the heat wave to severe heat wave conditions will persist over these states for the next 5 days. The India Meteorological Department has also issued a red alert for the southern Indian state of Kerala, warning of extremely heavy rainfall. Weather officials on Wednesday said that the southwest monsoon is likely to set in over Kerala on May 31. Fairly light to moderate rainfall accompanied by thunderstorms, lightning and gusty winds is anticipated across several southern Indian states. Amid Pakistan's scorching heat, the country's Met Office has forecast high temperatures to persist throughout the week. The International Tribunal for the Law of the Sea on Tuesday declared that greenhouse gas emissions absorbed by the ocean are now categorized as marine pollution. The landmark ruling obliges nations to exceed the mandates set forth in the Paris Climate Agreement to safeguard marine environments. Nebraska in the United States was hit by a wave of severe storms resulting in flooded roads. The heavy rain, combined with hail and high winds, left many stranded in high water. A powerful tornado ripped through a small Iowa town in the United States, killing multiple people and leaving at least a dozen injured. India's Vice President Jagdeep Dhankar reached Tehran, where he was received by Iranian authorities on his arrival. The Indian Vice President attended the official ceremony and paid his condolences on the death of President Raisi and the Foreign Minister Hossein Amir Abdullahian of Iran. The Kremlin has said that proper dialogue is the only way to reduce rising tensions between Russia and the West, saying the collective West was refusing to engage in it despite potential dangers. The Kremlin also denied a U.S. assertion that Moscow has launched an anti-satellite weapon into low Earth orbit, saying Russia's actions in space conformed to international law. Russia has asserted on Wednesday that seizure of revenue from its frozen assets in the European Union will be considered as theft. Russian forces have begun the first stage of nuclear exercises involving practical training in the preparation and use of non-strategic nuclear weapons in areas bordering Ukraine. Ukrainian shelling killed a man and wounded another in Russia's Belgorod region. At least 7 were wounded in the Russian attack on Ukraine's Kharkiv region. In a major boost to Ukraine in its conflict against Russia, the Swedish government has agreed for an additional military support to Ukraine totaling $7.01 billion over 3 years. Fighting has been raging around the far southern city of Rafah. Fierce combat has in fact been reported again in the northern Jabalia area. The U.S. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken has suggested that he will work with lawmakers on potential sanctions against the International Criminal Court as its prosecutor seeks arrest warrants for senior Israeli officials. The UK Defence Minister Grant Shapps has accused China of allegedly providing lethal aid supplies to Russia for use in its conflict in Ukraine. China has refuted the claims of Grant Shapps, stating that they have no role to play in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine crisis. Deadly violence has erupted in New Caledonia after the French government approved a controversial bill that allowed more French residents to vote in local elections. 6 people have died so far and 280 rioters have been arrested in the past week during the worst riots in 40 years on this Pacific island. The UK has registered a drop in inflation, with the nation now having a lower rate than the United States, Canada, France and Germany. On Wednesday, British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak remarked that the drop in the country's inflation rate to more normal levels indicated that brighter days are ahead. Vietnam's parliament elected Police Minister to Lam as the state president on Wednesday. The move is being viewed as a stepping stone for Lam to later bid for the position of the chief of the ruling Communist Party. In a Bangkok hospital, 20 people who were on board the Singapore Airlines flight that faced severe turbulence are currently receiving treatment in intensive care facilities. As per North Korea's state-run TV, portraits of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un have been placed alongside those of his father and grandfather who previously ruled the country. As the flamingo population dwindles in Chile's Los Flamingos National Reserve, scientists are capturing the flamingos and fitting them with satellite transmitters. Data collected from the transmitters will be used to propose conservation sites and also direct conservation efforts for the 3 species of flamingos in the area. Chester Zoo in England is partnering with Mitsubishi Electric to implement more sustainable heating, with a key focus on enhancing the habitat of its eastern black rhinos. The Chester Zoo Mitsubishi partnership aims to meet the specific heating requirements of the rhinos, while also contributing to the zoo's broader sustainability targets. Northern England's Chester Zoo is home to over 37,000 animals across 500 species and is recognized globally for its conservation efforts. A video portal linking New York with Dublin has reopened after being fitted with sensors that organizers hope will block inappropriate behavior that led to its shutdown a week ago. The portal's sculpture, which opened earlier this month, features a large circular screen at each location displaying a live video feed from the other side. A cashew-growing cooperative in Vietnam's Binh Phuoc is actively implementing the replanting of cashew orchards. This is a project to generate carbon credits. Cashew trees rank among those offering the highest carbon credit value, with each tree capable of absorbing 400 kgs of CO2 over its lifetime. At the St. Petersburg International Book Fair held recently in Russia's northern capital, new Vietnamese publications have continued to make a notable impression. At the fair, Vietnam's People's newspaper showcased a diverse array of books and newspapers, drawing attention to the red Vietnamese flag. In China's Shaanxi province, the newly opened Chocolate Museum in Xi'an City has showcased models of city landmarks, all crafted entirely from chocolate. Among the exhibits are hundreds of chocolate models of artifacts and buildings dating back to China's influential dynasties. The meticulously sculpted chocolate creations, crafted from hundreds of tons of chocolate, offer visitors a delightful fusion of art and history. Elvis Presley's personal Holy Bible is among the many rare items up for sale at the forthcoming Hilton Estate and Elvis Presley Artifacts auction. Dresses worn by singer-songwriters Taylor Swift and Amy Winehouse will also go up for auction. Live bidding is scheduled to commence on Saturday. Madame Tussauds London has unveiled what it says is the first ever wax figure of the actor Timothée Chalamet. As per Madame Tussauds, it took its expert artists 9 months to create this figure. An auction titled Music Icons in New York will feature John Lennon's 12-string hootenanny guitar, along with 1,000 other guitars, outfits and rock and roll history. Among the auction's highlights are outfits worn by Michael Jackson during his 1984 Victory Tour. The event will begin from May 29. Bollywood stars Ayushmann Khurrana and Sara Ali Khan unite for an action comedy film for the first time. The project is directed by Akash Kaushik. Indian musician A.R. Rahman unveiled the first look of his upcoming musical documentary Headhunting to Beatboxing at Cannes Film Festival 2024. Bollywood actor Aditi Rao Hyadri makes her first appearance at the ongoing Cannes Film Festival. She attended the event as the ambassador of L'Oreal in Paris. Allu Arjun and Rashmika Mandana, star of Pushpa 2, released the teaser poster of their second song on Wednesday, creating excitement among the fans. The makers of Anil Kapoor and Divya Khosla's upcoming film Savi unveiled the official trailer of the movie on Tuesday. At the Cannes Film Festival, Paolo Sorrentino's Partenope shines with a spectacular 9.5-minute standing ovation on Tuesday night. Ryu Seung-wan, South Korean filmmaker, returns with Veteran 2 starring Hwang Jung-min and Jung Hae-in, made in world premiere at the Cannes Film Festival. Dwayne Johnson's first book has been released from his upcoming film. In fact, it's been revealed in his upcoming film, The Smashing Machine. He takes the role of MMA icon Mark Kerr in the film. MCU introducing debut and new anti-heroes as Marvel fans eagerly await the arrival of Thunderbolts, which is set to release in July this year. Director Mauli Surya's film Trigger Warning will stream on Netflix on June 21. Sports news now. Portugal forward Cristiano Ronaldo is all set to appear in his record 6th European Championship after the country named him in its squad on Tuesday. Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino parted ways with the club after one season in charge. The club finished 6th at the Premier League during his tenure. Atalanta will take on Bayer Leverkusen in Europa League final tonight. Real Madrid and Germany's midfielder Toni Kroos will retire after this year's European Championship, adding that next month's Champions League final against Borussia Dortmund will be his last game for the Spanish club. Pep Guardiola has said on Tuesday, in fact he was named as the Premier League Manager of the Year after guiding Manchester City to an unprecedented 4th successive title. England men's T20 cricket captain Jos Buttler said that international cricket should not clash with the Indian Premier League, amid criticism coming his way after he left Rajasthan Royals when the franchise needed him during the playoffs. The legendary Australian cricketer Ricky Ponting has backed Virat Kohli, saying that he doesn't understand why people in India try to find reasons not to pick him in the national side. Afghanistan appointed the West Indies all-rounder Dwayne Bravo as the bowling consultant for the T20 World Cup. The USA's scripted history defeating Bangladesh by 5 wickets in the first T20 international meeting ahead of the T20 World Cup. Two-time Olympic medalist PV Sindhu progressed to the women's singles second round with a straight game win over Scotland's Christy Gilmore at the Malaysia Masters Super 500. Well, that's all we could press into Express News today. Thanks very much for watching. Namaskar.